Hey everyone, welcome to, Okay. Hi guys, welcome. I'm Ange, this is Hea. I wanted to say I hope you guys are enjoying the launch of this online yoga program. You're at day 2, and I want to take this opportunity to give you a little insight as to what I do outside of just yoga to keep my wellness up. So, my morning routine is an absolute non-negotiable. It's the 2 hours in the early morning that I get to myself where people aren't coming at me with a ton of emails. I'm not necessarily teaching during those hours. In part of getting up in the morning, I roll out of bed. I'm still a little sleepy sometimes. I wash my face, brush my teeth. I'll have you know, I do not brush this mop, only after I shower. That's what makes it so big. It's all the knots, it's nesty. But a big part of that is taking the energy blend that Saje has here. I actually don't roll it on. I open up the bottom and you just sort of open it up down here, and I'll take a couple drops into my hand. You want to do too? Sure. Cool. And then I rub my hands together and I smell. Just take a really big whiff.
So here at Saje, we call this a sage breath.
And I'm like ready to go.
Yeah, every single morning the whole team picks out a roll-on, and most of the time we pick out Energy Arrive Revive, just because we just got to work and we really need that nice pick-me-up before we start our shift. And so really just taking a moment for yourself to take that deep breath, to really find and center yourself is really important. Energy specifically is pretty awesome to use in the morning just because it has lemon and basil inside of it. And lemon or anything with CO2 really is really good for giving you energy, really good for starting your day. Even if it's a glass of water with lemon in it, I find that that can be a really nice substitute to your coffee as well. And I'm trying to get rid of my coffee intake in the morning. I do tend to
Probably should too.
Yeah, I do tend to abuse my coffee sometimes, especially if I didn't have a nice rest at night. And so this is a really nice pick-me-up if you're feeling groggy or really need that enhancer.
Yeah, it's also really nice, like if coffee later in the day is something that's going to prevent you from sleeping, that's a really good alternative from having that cup of coffee. Like, get some energy in a much more natural way.
So what do you do after your morning energy, I guess?
So I have something that's called sadhana. S-A-D-H-A-N-A. It's a Sanskrit term that essentially means routine. Ritualized, almost, routine. So I start with 10 to 20 minutes of meditation, depending on how much time I have in the morning. And then after I meditate, I will journal for at least 10 minutes, longer if the words are just flowing. So I like to diffuse into the trees blend. I find it very, very grounding. And sometimes during meditation, I mean, you can wander. That sense of smell, it's amazing how much it can bring your mind back to the space that you're actually in, especially since that smell is right there in the space that you're in at the time.
And a lot of the times people neglect their scent. Like we use our vision a lot, we use our hearing a lot, especially with technology being everywhere around us. But when it comes to smelling, we really don't have anything to open up that sense. And when it comes to aromatherapy, it really helps you step into your body. In the morning when you first wake up, you have that beautiful scent. I know I keep my diffuser rolling all night. And when I wake up in the morning to it still diffusing, I feel so much more grounded, so much more ready for my day. And Into the Trees is a really good option because it's a very musky kind of woodsy scent to it. And you know, and despite the citrus that might give you energy, this one is one that's really good to ground you and center you.
Yeah, I actually find the combination of the two, it keeps me grounded and in my present moment. And then the energy blend gives me a little more clarity, so that I can observe my thoughts and be fully present at what my mental space is upon waking up. After I've committed that time in the morning, I am teaching or I am practicing, whether that's teaching an online live stream or teaching private clients or setting up time with corporate clients to go online and teach with them, or bringing more programming like this launch that's happening in January, this online yoga studio, creating programming like that. That's what my day consists of, and it's constant. It's like 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. Boom, 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 one after the other. So I do find sometimes I can get a little droopy-eyed during the day. I like to use the Arrive Revive roll-on. It lives in my backpack. It travels everywhere with me. It was designed for jet lag, but it's amazing how much it can kind of boost me back into where I am at the time so that I can fully execute what I'm doing.
Yeah. Arrive Revive is a pretty nice one. It has rosemary and eucalyptus in it. Compared to the energy blend, eucalyptus is really nice and clearing. We usually sell Arrive Revive for people who are jet lagged, who are always on the go, like Ange.
You know when you get that like foggy feeling in your brain and it almost like starts to turn into a mild headache? Like that's sort of the space I can get into, and I feel like this takes my headache away.
Absolutely. Anything with eucalyptus is really good for headaches. You're right. It's really good for clearing. With this guy, you can apply it to your temples. You can put it on the forehead on yourself. I know Ange sometimes puts it on her wrist, so whenever she needs it, it's kind of ready for her. Yeah. But I love this one, even as an alternative to energy.
Yeah, and then I also keep the stress release and the, what's the focus one called again?
Quick study.
Quick study. I keep the quick study at my office because I find when I'm sitting there programming or I'm reaching out to private clients, corporate clients, whatever it is, whatever I happen to be doing at the time, I am very busy. I can get into overwhelm.
Yeah.
Overwhelm starts to happen, so I start to use stress release whenever I find myself moving into overwhelm. Not only does it give you space from the overwhelm, it's got, I believe, lavenders in there, which is gonna really calm me down.
So it has lavender and chamomile. And chamomile gives you that feeling of warmth.
Yeah.
And then that lavender helps calm down the nerves. And I really like that you use Quick Study, because Quick Study is one that I find is a little bit more neglected. Has a funny story to it, how it began actually. So the CEO's daughter uses a lot of performance enhancers in school. Well, she used to when she was in university. And her dad didn't really like that. And he was like, okay, what's a natural alternative to performance enhancers? What's something that can help pick her up and make her focus better? And he created Quick Study because of that. And it has myrtle in it, and myrtle is really good for revitalizing a tired mind. So my sister has it. She uses the mist spray whenever she's like stuck, kind of like writer's block, and can't really focus or can't really attain any information. Pull yourself aside, put in that nice scent, and it will do wonders, to be honest. So
yeah.
Why do you think is it important for people to set a routine? I know that for me myself, it's hard for me to get up in the morning. So most of my routines are at night. In the morning, I literally have 20 minutes before needing to get out. Even this morning, I was running late, right? So, I mean, for somebody like me, or for somebody who's like really struggling in the morning, other than using these to enhance your mood and enhance your focus, what's something that you would give me to kind of take out of this?
Go to bed.
Go to bed? Okay, cool.
Yeah, go to bed, definitely. And like,
simple.
Even if you don't have, I mean, I take 2 hours when I have the time. Sometimes I teach at 6:30 in the morning. My meditation becomes shorter, my journaling might become shorter. One or the other may be taken out on that specific day, but it is super important to like either ritualize the way you wake up and wash your face, brush your teeth. These are things you're gonna do anyway. Create a ritual out of it. And create at least a space to do like 5 deep breaths.
Love it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's my morning routine, and that's where I use wellness, really products throughout my day in order to keep myself fully showing up for you guys. A big piece of actually being able to get up and do this stuff in the morning is gonna come at you guys in the next segment where we actually go over my nighttime routine.
Nice.
Yeah, and if you guys have any questions about anything that we talked about in here, just totally reach out. You can get on my Instagram profile at Angstands_yoga. Just message me through there. I'm really easy to get a hold of.
She's amazing to get a hold of.